Pulling up to Lockman from Jody Joe. He invited me to a screening for Sinners.
And the good thing about it is not just we all seen Sinners. There might be Jordan and Ryan Coogler that are going to be there.
Yes.
With a potential Q&A and stuff like that. And producer, it's going to be other people, actors, producers going to be there as well. So
Nice.
that's what makes it hot.
That's what makes it hot.
23 a day. Yeah. Right. To you right to the Academy Music North Doors. Okay. North Doors. It's the best. Only got a little food truck out here, Kate. Get a little hungry like I am right now.
After?
Brother Mary.
This is definitely the check. No, this probably. Well, maybe.
Going on here? Just curious. Free memberships for children?
Yes.
Oh, that's dope. Damn, what you doing, my kid?
Thank you.
Huh?
With the screen again?
Yeah.
So if you want,
Yeah.
so if you want, we can take this, sign them up.
Thank you. Hope we get in. A lot of folk. We got good luck though, so we gonna see. What up, y'all? How you like this angle? The most powerful. Listen, this is a brand I tried to start with the homie called Benajon. You know what I'm saying? And this is Nas, one of my favorite rappers, if not the. I got Nas, AZ, and a few others. And Mace, believe it or not. Let's talk about Mace for a second, man. So Mace went on a podcast and said, he ain't going on a podcast, he went on his own podcast. And he said that if you're over 50 and you still trying to rap, give it up, get a job. Worst advice I ever heard, man. If you're already over 50 and you ain't give it up already, don't give it up, man. Don't let a dude with money tell you how to run your life. He made it in his 20s. So for those of you that's over 40, over 30, over 17, that's trying to make it, the only thing about advice, I always said if I was on a panel and somebody asked me what's your best advice, my best advice is don't take no advice. Nobody makes it the same. How they made it, they might give you some game. I drop jewels all the time. But a person that hasn't made it can still tell you something that might help you make it. And a person that has made it could tell you something that will stop you from making it. If you're over 50 and you still ain't make it, give it up. That's my advice. This from somebody that was a preacher. You know what I'm saying? When I was 5%, they could bomb preachers all the time, man. And now he back on. I love Mace. Great MC, fun guy. Met him a few times. No real interaction. And if I did have real interaction, we'd be talking about this right now, what I'm talking about with you. So don't let no millionaire tell you how you gonna get your million. You know what I'm saying? Because look at Cardi B. Cardi B was a stripper. She did reality shows at a time when reality shows was the bottom of the barrel. And not only that, strippers was like a profession that nobody was proud to be. You know what I'm saying? So she took all those things and still made it to the top of the game, found herself a husband. Now she a mom and got a big house. Out of all them strippers, that's she the 1%. I don't know. I mean, Amber Rose was a dancer too, and so was Eve. But they don't really advertise. I mean, they advertise. People know about Amber Rose, but people don't know about Eve like that. You know what I'm saying? Now she got a billionaire boyfriend. So never let nobody count you out. I done seen strippers over 50. Jazz players over 50. So don't let you be a rapper and be over 50 and be ashamed of it. Now, speaking of ashamed, I went to a video shoot this week for Razzcast. The song is called Mapango Lions. And Mapango lions are these tribe of pride of lions in Africa from 2006 to 2017 that used to protect the whole tribe, 5 male lions. And the scientists studied them, and they got taken aback. So Razzcast, being the intellect that he is, and such a great guy, he's like, I'm gonna put some of my homies together and make a song called Mapango Lions. And it's like way down in the jungle deep. You know, they use dolomite and they use some studies, and it sounds great, man. It's a song. It's a great song. And the intro is my man Mopreme Shakur. Mopreme Shakur, I'm like the blah blah. Like he come in like on some Busta Rhymes heavy duty shit. Now, Mopreme is my friend. We watch, he's a Steelers fan, I'm an Eagles fan. We watch games together, we enjoy time together. I attended his father's birthday, his screening, and I also attended his father's funeral. We're family. I cook, my wife cooks for him, his wife cooks for me. Our wives are friends. It's a good thing. Now, he called me the other day to ask me to be in his video for Mapango Lions. And it was great. I was out of town. I was in Arizona. I was like, if I get home to LA, I'll come be in the video. But I did a new logo for Mopreme Shakur, and he likes it. I wanted to put the logo on the shirt and show up to the video. But from Philadelphia, that's not cool. That's Joe. We got a word called Joe. Come from a song by EST called Joe Familiar. And Philly dudes would be like, oh man, he all Joe. He want to be in the video all bad. He got on the shirt that say Mopreme Shakur. And it's funny that I got on a Nas shirt. I would wear this shirt. But if I was going to see Nas, I wouldn't wear this shirt. And I think that's part of my character flaw. Who wouldn't, Sadler Ward, Quanzilla, whatever you call me, who wouldn't want, why wouldn't I want, if you got on my shirt, I'm be like, oh man, thank you, bruh. Yeah. I was like, damn, I should make like 5 Mopreme Shakur shirts and show up. One time I made Pun a leather ill shirt, 5X. I put Pun on with Echo, and Mark Echo took great care of Big Pun. Bunch of gear. And then one day I got in a fight with Pun, and I was wearing a Big Pun shirt. He didn't know it, because I was on the way to the show, and I was going to be on stage with him and Fat Joe and all them dudes. And I had the shirt in my bag. One was a gift for him, leather, $500 shirt. Mine was made dope too, because I did the logo, so I felt pride in it, just like I felt pride in Mopreme's logo. Now, I never been to Pun's house for dinner. Pun's wife never cooked nothing for me. And I ran into his daughter, Nessie, and I don't even think, it's been 20, 30 years, I don't even think that his mom, Liza, remember me. His wife, Liza, remember me. But the point is, he wasn't my real friend. He was an associate. But this guy's my real friend. So why would I be scared to wear a shirt with his logo on it and his name on it? I wouldn't be. Would I wear a Wu-Tang shirt to a Wu-Tang show? I don't know. It's that weird place of being ashamed and being excited. Like, I'm happy to be in the video, and wearing the shirt guarantees you a spot in the video. But then to all the people that's standing around, it's like, Oh, he wore the shirt. Look at him. He corny. So you got to be careful about things like that getting in your psyche. Ultimately, I didn't get in the video. I went to the video shoot. I hung out, but I had to leave. But I know if I wore the shirt, they wouldn't have let me leave. They'd have been like, nah, stay here for at least one shot. You know what I mean? Let's get the shirt in one shot. And then I realized later, I could have bought 30 shirts and sold them. Like, yo, let's bust this down, $40 a shirt. I got 24 of these joints. Let's bust this down. Let's get this money. He'd have split that money with me, no problem. You know what I'm saying? And then I built websites. I could have been like, yo, we all out. But if you want one, order it right here. Be there next week. I could be up $400 or $500. He could be up $500. We could have made $1,000 that night. Maybe or maybe not. But I haven't been in a rap video. My first rap video was The Roots in the 90s. Do you want more? It's just like this, half of my face to the right. And these are the things that go through my head. Like, you gonna look corny trying to show up there, and the bull got the throne, and the bull and the other bull, and you know what I mean? It's corny, but Philly is not that city that support Philly artists like that. Some people do. State Props stuck together for a while, as long as they could, you know what I mean? But that was because of Rockefeller and Jay, you know what I mean? But that was a phenomenon. Normally, a dude from West Philly, two rap groups from North Philly might not even get along, even though they 3 blocks away, even though they went to camp together. Unless they super cool, it's like, nah, I don't want to show. You're so busy keeping up appearances. But who you keeping up appearances for? I didn't know nobody else in the club besides him. The only reason I was there was for him. So why not wear the shirt? That's something I got to get over as a man, as an actor. I don't know, what do y'all think? I went to see Sinners yesterday. Yup, again. And it was a Q&A with Jody's Corner. We're going to cut to that. We're going to watch that. But what I saw between them 2 young men, Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan, 2 young men, stay in the gym, getting it. 2 millionaires, mastering their craft together. Michael B. Jordan was Wallace on The Wire. Little bit parts here and there. But then Fruitvale Station happened. And him and Ryan met. A dude from Baltimore, I guess, New York area, links up with a dude from Oakland, USC grad, reoccurring role on The Wire, come together, and they are a powerhouse, man. Proximity is doing their thing. Ryan Coogler is doing his thing. But it's undeniable support for each other. We gotta learn to support each other, regardless of whom or what. I don't know if people, a John Lennon fan, would have a problem wearing a John Lennon shirt. Yes. Would I wear a Tupac shirt? Yes. If I was going to have lunch with Tupac? No. Would it be funny if I did? Probably. Am I secure enough to do that? Nah. All right, here we go. In the car.
We're just checking bags. We ain't got no bag or anything.
Just these under my eyes from working too hard.
The red stairs.
Perfect, thank you so much.
Thank you. Sidney Poitier. Thank you.
Sir.
David Geffen Gibbs. Great book, The Rise and Rise of David Geffen. If you ever want to read up on music history, it's a great book.
What's the best section?
Let's see. Less people walk this way today.
Less people.
It wraps around.
Let's do it.
Thank you.
The Wonderful Wizard of Oz.
This building is a dome. Try to show it to you from the outside. I've never been on the inside. They have parties on the roof. So, thank you. And here we are.
Yes. I'm actually at a screening, just showed up.
Over here.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, right here.
Nice. Yeah.
Whatever these speakers got, look at all them speakers up there, look. It's like 100 speakers in here.
Oh, the music gonna be good.
Look, when he get to playing that guitar
Yeah.
in the bar,
Yeah.
that sound,
Uh-huh.
that's what I'm here for. That's what I need. I'm gonna experience that again.
Need that to pep you up. For your consideration, hashtag Sinners movie in all categories. They nominated in all categories. I think he's going to sweep. I think he's going to sweep. If I was to ask a question during the Q&A, I would 2 questions. If I could ask 2 questions, the first question, when the guy dropped out of the sky in the beginning of the movie, because kind of came over the camera, they just started it there. You know what I mean? If he was a vampire, how
Wait, when
can
you said the guy that dropped out of the sky,
he's like damn near a vampire? He come up smoking, he knock on the door, they let him in the beginning.
I don't have him dropping out the sky.
He just starts at the top of the screen and falls to the bottom of the screen. Where was he? It's already daylight. How was he walking? The Native Americans was chasing him.
Right.
Where was he? I thought, you know what I'm saying? And
So it was like, it wasn't really daylight, but it was like the sun was going down. The sun wasn't in the sky. It was like, you know how when it's right about to get dark, the hour before it gets dark? It was like that. There wasn't no real sunlight.
What is that called? Twilight? Dusk?
Dusk.
Dusk is down or up? I don't know, but
Down.
it
Dawn
was
is
right
the morning.
before sunrise.
Oh, it was before sunrise? I thought it was sunset.
Oh.
It was dusk. It was dawn. It was dusk.
Okay.
The sun was going down.
So yeah, that's my question. Where was he? How was he out when the sun was up if the sun was going down? He was running.
They was chasing him to kill him, wasn't they?
Yeah, but if the sun was going down, he shouldn't have been out in the first place.
But if the sun was going down enough for him to be outside without getting sunlight, there was still no sun. There was no sun in the sky, no beam of light. It was just like dusk. You know how it's still bright enough you can see, but there's no sun in the sky.
Okay. When we sit, we'll watch it again.
Have you ever seen? All right, you've seen the sunset, right? When the sun goes off the horizon and disappears,
And it's still light.
outside. Yeah, it's like that. It was like that.
So they got to be in direct sunlight. Okay.
That's what I think.
And my other question was there more parts for the preacher's dad, for the preacher, Saul Williams? Was there ever a bigger part and it ended up not making the cut? Is there another director's cut that's more to this? Because it left me wanting more.
What do you mean?
The preacher is a well-known poet. The dude who played the dude's father. Award-winning.
Yeah.
And he only had a small part, hugging his son, doing a small sermon. When they cast him, was it a bigger part originally for him? Because it's like, I ain't gonna say Denzel, I'm just saying, like a Bokeem Woodbine, and y'all only use him for 2 minutes in the whole movie. Like, was there a bigger role for him? You know what I'm saying? Because I felt like there was more. We just didn't see it. If you're gonna cast somebody with a name like that or with a presence, it would have been a little bit more.
You know, my question would have been,
What's that?
any of y'all on the set, any of y'all get scared while y'all was filming it? At any point, just tell your story if it was a time. Or if there wasn't a time on set where y'all was scared. When you watched the film back for the first time in its completion, did y'all get scared? And if y'all did, what scene?
And being from Oakland, He might mess around in the, city. When we get in the woods, ain't nothing around at night. It is kind of scary.
It's scary, bro.
Nothing is scarier than something.
I was always scared of the countryside, bro.
More than the city life,
The
right?
woods in the dark, sky dark as hell. Street
No
lights
neighbors,
gone.
no
Yeah.
neighbors.
Nothing. Sounds of silence.
All right, y'all. Catch y'all after.
How y'all doing? Yeah, that was a good ass movie. Welcome to this presentation of Sinners, aka Church. We got a lot of folks here involved with the film. I will waste no time bringing them out. Please welcome casting director Francine Maisler, the cinematographer of Sinners, Autumn Gerald Arthapal, its production designer Hannah Beechler, illustrious costume designer Ruth Carter, Miss Ruth Carter, and the stars of Sinners, Jamie Lawson, Bunmi Musaku, Miles Caton, the legendary Michael B. Jordan, and of course, the man without whom this film would not exist, Ryan Coogler. How does it feel to be y'all right now, man? We got, I guess, so many people. I want to get to everyone. So, Ryan, I want to jump right in, man. I just want to know, coming at this point in your career, what made you decide this was going to be your next film, and how did you come up with the concept for it?
We did Panther, basically like, we were working on Panther 2, Wakanda Forever. Starting like 2019-ish. And then the pandemic happened, and then Chadwick passed away. And we ended up being on that movie for me it was like, a good 3 years. There was multiple points on that movie where we didn't know if we were gonna be able to finish it. Whenever you used to working faster than that, you start to get a little anxious. And with the pandemic came a lot of existential threats to the idea of what we do. So my favorite theaters closed, like the ArcLight Hollywood, for one, and things started to slow down. Movies were getting put on streaming services, so it was kind of like an existential thing. So I started to think about, if I got a shot at making another movie, I want to do something really personal and something really different from what I've been doing for the past decade, which was really like sequels, deeply personal ones, but sequels yet and still. So then coming off that movie, we had the strikes. The Writers Guild strike, the SAG after strike, and again, like the existential threats to what we do, and I'll never forget while I was home, listening to a blues record, as I often would, to remind myself of my uncle. The idea hit me, and once it kind of stuck in my head, I pitched it to Zinzi Cooglar, my wife and producer on the movie. And yeah, after the first pitch didn't go so well, but after did some retooling and kept coming back, and then she was like, okay, yeah, maybe that might make some sense. Then we pitched Sev Ohanian, our partner at Proximity, and then eventually I told Ludwig Göransson, our composer, about it, and then I got to work on research, and then got to work writing it.
I heard you were doing the dishes when you had this idea.
This is true. Yeah. So
I mean, first of all, the fact that he does the dishes, round of applause for that.
It ain't every day I'm doing them, but it just so happens. I'm always doing them that day. Yeah. I gotta be. I don't come up with shit like this when I'm doing it.
Fifth collaboration at this point, you guys have done as director and actor?
Yeah, it's our 5th time in this position, but I also had the incredible chance to produce for him too. Executive produced Creed 2, and he acted in. And then his directorial debut, Creed 3.
At what point did Ryan come to you and say he wanted to do this project and he wanted you to play 50,000 roles?
Yeah, that was another quick story. I was actually calling him to pitch a project to him. And he was like, yeah, I see your pitch and I raise you this one. and when he started telling me the idea of it, he would drop these bombs on me, you know, throughout. It was like, oh yeah, and you playing identical twins. Like, huh? and then there's vampires. Wait, what? You know, it was like these kind of like moments that made the story and the overall film, the idea of the movie, that much more interesting. So it kind of went down like that. You know, a quick read. Usually when he calls me and pitches an idea, he usually gets a quick answer from me. You know, so it was like almost an immediate yes. And I remember being, you know, really, nervous a little bit about the idea of it, but at the same time equally as excited at the challenge of it. And I think that's one of the reasons why, you know, Coog really wanted to, you know, push this idea, the fact to get me out of my comfort zone and push me to a performance and something that I haven't really done before, you know. And it would be the first movie that I would do after directing, and he wanted me to kind of, you know, take a back seat from directing and just turn that part of my brain off and strictly focus on the performance and the task at hand, which would be an extremely challenging one, playing both roles, and so that's kind of how it went down.
We reached out for a callback, heard nothing. It was crickets, and we got a bunch of other callbacks that were okay. But now I'm like Francine, what's going on with this kid in the dark? And she's like I can't find him. He won't hit his back. And then eventually she sends me a Instagram posting, and it's him in his cap and gown, and his mom. He's walking through a parking lot. I get choked up thinking about this, and his mom is narrating. And she's saying, "Yo, he did all these tours all over the world, and he still came home and finished his got his diploma." And I was like, "Oh, this kid's been finishing school, you know what I mean? While he's on tour, and then he eventually sent this call back, and it, you know, blew everybody away. And then he came in for the chemistry read with Mike, and we had Ludwig come just to see how good he was with the guitar. And it turns out he's a musical prodigy, but you know, grew up playing the piano. He had kind of learned the guitar that day for the audition. Wow. And so you know, we casted him, and he immediately got set up with a guitar teacher, and he learned like slide blues resonator guitar in like 2 months. You know,
Can I just say one thing? Just so you know, Michael B. was so generous that day in the room, and he opened his arms and like took him on, you know, and I think that's what every actor, you know, hopes that will happen when they come in for any audition, not just this verse. So I mean, you know, Michael B's the man when it comes to helping other actors.
Which brings me to what was it like building this character, knowing that ultimately she got to explain to everybody you need garlic to kill vampires. But in the beginning of the film, we're gonna feel this deep, this mourning, this almost Jeremiah that's being performed between you and MBJ.
I feel like, you know, again, like Francine said, from the moment I met Michael, he kind of was just so open and generous. From my first chemistry read with him, and so
it was hot.
The mixture of 55mm and IMAX in this film is incredible. I actually saw this in London opening weekend on one of the 4 biggest IMAX screens on the planet.
And what I was most impressed by was, with a movie like this, the technical. As a director, I'm like, it's just so much technical you have to deal with. It never gets in the way of the story. It never gets in the way of the performances. So I'm actually curious to hear from you about working with Ryan to build a production footprint, a shooting style where these folks could do everything they need to do, but y'all could still make something that plays like a blockbuster on the biggest screens on the planet.
Thank you. Thank you, Hannah. I mean, I really truly care for the people that are up here. That's one thing I think when Ryan calls, like she said, you know, I'm really listening to kind of what's like heartfelt that he wants to convey to his audience, because he cares so much about his audience. And because I care about the people that are all up here, it will just infect the photography, like just naturally. And when you know, you have someone that trusts you and you have like a partner next to you that really believes in you, and you see yourself reflected on set, you really feel in your bones that like, you know where the camera should be, you know where the lighting should be. And especially in the South, that all of us on stage have a connection to. But yeah, I mean, you know, it's also my job that, you know, to make sure that everything's tight for him so that he can play with his actors and he can, you know, tell the story that he wants to tell, because this one is so personal to him. So I want to make sure that I surround him with a team, and that, you know, all the technical stuff we can put aside. You know, we get that out of our way so that when we're together on set, we're just looking at what's in front of us. Because, you know, Michael steps on set with that hat in that space with the texture of the church. You know, it's like, you just know where the camera needs to be. I mean, it's like, it's in your brain.
I feel so just blessed that the two of you have asked me to work on your movies, and I think I have to just say this, that you're both changing the way we see the world through your cinema. And what can I say? I can just say I'm honored that my name is on this movie, and that these actors here really, I have to say, because of you, Ryan, they just each, like, I say this about you, that you saw them and you created a safe space. But you can say that about a lot of directors, but he really saw each of you. And, you know, I've auditioned Jamie a bunch of times, and there's always kind of small roles or things, and, you know, what you brought out in Jamie just touches me deeply, because I knew it was in her, but, you know, I'm not a director. I can, you know, and Juilliard and Woomy, you Woomy just, you know, knocks me, I'm not gonna curse, but, you know, knocks me out.
Collaborators, and then you guys, so thank y'all for showing up.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cast and crew of Sinners.
Battery ran out, but the lighting is better now, so let's come back to it. I got the noises from the outside. I'm gonna start doing some of these outside, you know what I'm saying? Oh, this lighting is so much better. It's later in the day. I charged my phone. I'm gonna open it up so y'all get a little bit of color too, you know what I'm saying? Let's do that now that we're back. It's gonna be a little bit, I'm gonna start doing these wherever I could do them, however I could do them, whether it be from the car, from the club, from this place where I like to work. And I just want to keep y'all included, informed, and involved, you know what I'm saying? So that was the Ryan Coogler, if I edit this right, that was the Ryan Coogler Sinners event. I got some great answers to some great questions. Me and Jody, if y'all know who Jody is, me and Jody didn't get to ask questions. We thought we was going to be able to, we thought it was a meet and greet for the most part. It really wasn't. And I'll share a little bit of footage from the Razzcast video shoot too. Maybe by the time this video comes out, the actual video will be out. Today is not Thanksgiving yet. Today is November. Maybe 20th. It's a week before Thanksgiving. All right. So that being said, if you look around this time, I will post on Instagram the Razzcast video shoot, the clips. And you have to Google the Razzcast video on your own.